the Manchester International conducted the Fem Train training program to develop soft skills of women. I am happy to say that Manchester International included women with disabilities for this Fem Train training to develop the soft skills of women with disabilities in Sri Lanka in 2021. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I consider it an honor to have been invited to speak a few words to you today on this very historic occasion. And I hope that in the time that I have, I will be able to justify the faith placed in me. I would like to thank Manchester International and Ms. Julia Rupasinghe for this valuable opportunity to develop employability skills and soft skills of women with disabilities. We as women with disabilities are marginalized. 1. Being a woman. 2. Being a woman with a disability. And 3. If you are not empowered, then you are triple marginalized. This opportunity was a great chance for women with disabilities to develop their soft skills so that they can be gainfully employed in the future. Thank you very much for including women with disabilities to this Fem Train training so that women with disabilities could show their fem power. I think that these women with disabilities, along with all of you women who are without disabilities, gain a lot of knowledge and who got a good valuable training from this Fem Train program. It was such a wonderful occasion to meet all of you, all the trainers and the trainees in one platform. And also I would like to congratulate all of you who graduated and getting certificates today, and make sure that you utilize this knowledge gained from this Fem Train program in the future wherever you will be employed. Thank you once again to Ms. Julia Rupasinghe and Manchester International for including women with disabilities and making this program inclusive. It is the first time that these women with disabilities got an opportunity to get trained in a mainstream training program. It was a valuable thinking and a very good move to include women with disabilities. I hope even in the future, in all the programs that you do, you will include persons with disabilities in all what you do. Thank you once again, and I wish all the trainees who will be graduated and getting their certificates today all the very best. Thank you very much, and I hope this will lead to make a change from sympathy to empathy and to make dignity and justice for all. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'm Manique Gunaratne, Manager, Specialized Training and Disability Resource Center of the Employers Federation of Ceylon. First, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Julia, Manchester Institute and the Fem Train team for inviting me to do this presentation to you today. It is very important for you all to know how to look for employment and the importance of doing a job. Both are equally important because sometimes you don't know how to search for employment and what are the key factors in retaining employment. First, you have to learn about the job and employment employment practices available in Sri Lanka according to your need. First, you have to look for the job market. What are the employment opportunities available according to the job market? Because according to that only you have to train yourself. If you get trained in something else which does not suit the job market, and when you finish the training or your education, you will not have any employment, and again you will be frustrated. And also you have to think what the employers are looking for, which is very important, because the job market is according to what the employers are looking for. And also the duties of the specific job role. Before you apply, think whether these duties you can perform them well, or whether it gives you satisfaction, which is also very important. Think about it before you apply and when you are looking for employment. And also what specific skills you require to do that job. Skills are very important. It's not the education level. Education is also important. And also it is equally important that you have the required skills, because employers at the end of the day, they want your skill to perform the duty. And when you think, when you see the vacancies or think of what you are going to apply, just think to yourself and see whether you have those required those skills. Or if you don't have those skills, you find out what opportunities that you have to develop those skills, and what do you need to obtain those skills. What are the specific trainings you should do, or whether you can find any resources online. You have to think of that. Then also think of salaries and benefits, because sometimes at the end of the day you require money, that's why you do a job. So salaries and benefits, you get an idea what are the market prices, because sometimes you go for interviews and when they ask for how much salary you expect, you sometimes give figures which are not realistic. So you have to be realistic and think what you would be getting a rough idea, because there are sometimes without any experience, fresh graduates, they have to start from the beginning, and when you have experience, you have better opportunities in salary ranges. So don't go and give unexpected, unrealistic figures when they ask for how much you require the salary. And also just do a market research and find out how much salary is available for that specific post, because then you can decide whether you are applying for that job or you are looking for more opportunities. And also benefits also very important. The starting salary in a specific job market, that's also very important. For example, maybe in the IT field, HR field, accounting, whatever the field that you select, you just think and see whether the starting salaries are according to your requirements. Then also think of the benefits the companies provide, because it's not only the salary that you should look in for. Companies sometimes provide more benefits. For example, if you are in the hotel sector, you are given a basic salary, which is sometimes very low, but why is that? Because you get the service charge. That is a big amount. Then check whether the company is providing transport, because that saves a lot of money from you. Whether they give allowances for housing or apartments. Medical facilities, most of the companies have medical facilities. Sometimes it may be outdoor medical facilities, sometimes it will be health insurance. Then sometimes they give paid leave for you. And other job related benefits, So think of all those before you apply. And sometimes some companies give uniforms because that saves your clothing cost. Then think of career development progression, because sometimes do spend on you for your career development, because they send you for trainings, and also with that experience you can gain more knowledge and experience, and thereafter you can look for other opportunities which gives a career growth for you. Then equal opportunities, check whether there's equal opportunities for you, especially when you are a person with a disability. Check whether there are equal opportunities. Then learn about jobs and employment practices. That is very important. Before you apply or look for any opportunity, set up informal chats, office visits, right, and see whether the environment is suitable for you. Now create a network and see whether the culture is suitable for you, because some companies the culture is different, because then you will not like that culture. Then contact trade associations and see what are the difficulties or the problems they have, the company is having, whether you are able to adjust to this requirement. And also speak to someone who is doing that same job. Then it's easy for you to come to a conclusion whether you are accepting this job or whether you are moving forward with this job. Sometimes consider do voluntary work to get the experience, which is very important, so that you can get some experience, and then you can decide whether you are retaining in the job or whether you want to go in this career path. Do some research on internet reading, because now a lot of resources are available in the internet, so you can read and do some research on the internet. Review job sites, job vacancies, and there are websites which advertise employment opportunities. So see what is available, then you can apply for it. Then just having a goal is very important. You must have a goal to your career. Have a realistic job goal, right? Being realistic is very important. And plan towards it, right? Plan towards it. Sometimes when you join a company, you might think that you will go up to the manager's level or the director's level, right? And work towards it. That working, just having a goal will not do anything, but you have to work towards achieving it. Sometimes your goal may be to get financial support, become financially independent, so that you can support your family. So you think what your goal is, which should be realistic. Sometimes you can be a financial officer, HR relations officer, or you can be an online marketer, so that you can build your own business. You can be an entrepreneur, right? Then when you are applying, it's very important to prepare a proper CV, right? The cover letter or the curriculum vitae is very important. Cover letter is very important because that is the first document which you interact with the company. That carries a lot of weight. So an attractive cover letter giving all your skills. Then the CV, your curriculum vitae, that should have a good clear picture of what your skills are and what your achievements. Then job seeking documents, which is very important. Then just a small sample cover letter. Then the CV. Then you must meet the employer's expectations, because at the end of the day, it's the employer who is giving you a job and paying you a salary. You should meet the expectations of the employer. have confidence, right? If you are a person with a disability, don't think about the disability, think about the ability, which is very important. Have confidence in what you are doing. Then training. Then training, because sometimes your experience and the way you perform your duties will carry a lot of weight. Sometimes if you have vocational training, it's very good. Even without that, if you have the required skill to perform the duty, then properly presented. You have to present very properly, because sometimes when you see someone sees you, you should be properly presented, because your image should be good, because you are adding to the reputation of the company. Clean, it should be clean, you should be clean, tidy, dress code is very important. You should be professional, right? Make minimum dependency. Then good soft skills. Soft skills are very important, because soft skills like communication skills, teamwork, cooperation, punctuality, those things has a lot of weight. You have to improve your soft skills to work in an work environment. Then punctuality is very important, because sometimes you will, if you get late every day, the company will not like it. So try to always remember, go to work very early. And even if you are going for an interview, please target at least half an hour early to be at that specific place. Think about how you are traveling, whether you are traveling in a public transport or private, and according to the traffic, adjust your time and be punctual every day, because that is very, very important. Don't leave home late and say there was a lot of traffic on the road. The traffic is always there. So you have to leave home according to thinking that there's a lot of traffic, and then you will be able to reach the destination on time. Then time management is very important. You have to manage your time to perform your duties, and also multitasking. Because most of these employers today, they don't recruit you only for a single purpose. You should be able to multitask. That's what they are looking for. Multitasking is very important. Then interpersonal skills, very important. You have to have your good interpersonal skills. Then willingness to learn. Sometimes companies will train you and teach you how to perform some specific task. Now you must be knowing a different way of doing that task, but you should be able to, and also you should be willing to learn what they are teaching, the company is teaching you. Good work ethics, very important. Work ethics are very important, because when you work in a work environment in a company, a work ethic is very important, because everybody is watching at you. So work ethics, make sure that you have good work ethics. And your communication, the vocabulary, those all should be taken into consideration. Positive attitude. Always say that you can do it, I will do it. So when your boss assigns you a duty, yes, I will do it, I can do it. Even sometimes if you're not sure of doing it, you say, yes, I will try and do it some or the other. Get information from others, speak to others and ask them how you are going to do it. Then perform your duty. Then communication skills is very important. Unless you have learning disability, your communication skills should be up to the standard. The language skills, how you manage your language according to the job that you are doing, it's very important. Problem solving skills, right? You should be able to solve problems, because at day-to-day work, many problems will arise, right? Many problems will arise, and maybe among your team members, among your fellow workers, colleagues. So make sure that you are able to solve all those problems, because complaints should be minimal. Remember that. Don't leave for others to complain, right? Self-confidence. You should have self-confidence. Self-confidence and when you are performing your task, because then your bosses or your managers will know that you have confidence in what you are doing. Ability to learn from criticism. People will criticize certain things, they will say that you are not performing your duties properly, you are not up to the standard. So get those criticisms, don't get offended, get those criticisms to your head and think, how can I come out this criticism? How can I come out of this problem? What is the better way to do this? So think in that way without going to, argue and, fight with others. Take good criticism and, improve yourself. Then you should be flexible. Flexibility is very important, and adaptability. Be flexible according to the, situation, right? And you should be able to adapt to the situation, because everything is not according to the way we want when you work in an environment. So get adapted. Working well under pressure. Working under pressure is very important, because when you work in a work environment, there's a lot of pressure, from everybody, and you have to achieve your targets, you have to meet deadlines. So there will be a lot of pressure, so you will be able to work under pressure. If there's a lot of pressure and you will get stressed out and you are nervous, then you cannot work in a work environment. Now that's what I told you, how to look for employment and work environment. Then I will now talk about importance of doing a job, right? You are all young people, you are doing your studies. So after your studies, you have to be employed. Why it is important to do a job? Because it's for your own good. First one, the importance of doing a job is to be independent, to live in society. Because you have to be independent. Don't be dependent, because when you are employed, you will be financially stable, professionally stable, so you can be independent to make your own decisions. And to live in the society, you have to be independent, because it's not like staying at home. When you start work, eventually your independence will develop. You will be able to go somewhere and get some work done. You can go anywhere you like. So you will eventually learn how to be independent. Then you will be included in the mainstream of development. If you are a person with a disability, you will be included in the mainstream of development. And because all of you all are young girls, female, because this is a patriarchal society, that's why the Fem Train program has been designed for you, to show your fem power, right? Show your fem power. That is important, because sometimes women are marginalized, left behind at certain times, sometimes. So get your now Fem Train. This training was a very good training for you. So you have now developed your skills. So now you will be included in the mainstream of development, because you will not be marginalized, because women sometimes we are treated as second class citizens, but you can overcome this after this Fem Train training. Then you can be a support to the government. Don't think of what you are getting from others. Think of what you can contribute, how you can contribute. This contributing to the government, to the country, to the society is very important. The problem is, from the small days, even our parents, they always ask, their children, whom do you want to be when you grow up? So these small children from small days, from Montessori level, they say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer. So all these small children have those goals, right? Now, when you grow old and when you become parents, don't ask them what will you be when you grow up. Ask them, what are you going to contribute to the society? That's a very good question to ask from a child. What are you going to contribute to the society? If we all think in that way, what we are going to contribute, this world will be a better place to stay, better place to live, a lovely place to live, right? Think in that way, what you are going to contribute. Then you will develop your self-esteem. Self-esteem is also very important to develop your personality. Mainstream in the workforce, right? When you go for interviews or when you look for jobs, sometimes you always look for jobs and think according to your qualifications, you think, and sometimes some people, they go for interviews and you say, give me a suitable job according to my qualifications. Don't think in that. Think, how you can be included in the workforce. So what areas that you can be included? Because company, according to your qualifications and skills, sometimes companies cannot give specific jobs for you. But you think in a way how you can be included in the workforce. Then you have to be a little flexible and think appropriately. Then equal opportunities and right to work. Don't think because we are women that we will be left behind or we have to be backward. No, show your fem power, which is very important, and we have the right to work, right? Then learning opportunities. You will get more learning opportunities when you are in the work environment. You can learn a lot of things. You can learn soft skills, you can even according to your qualifications, or maybe other opportunities. You will get a lot of learning opportunities when you are in a work environment. Then you will have financial stability, which is very important, because at the end of the day, you have to maintain yourself, you have to maintain your families. So financial stability is also important. Personality development. You will develop your personality. That is very important. And also it will eventually come when you work. Self-confidence. You will develop your self-confidence. Sometimes when, sometimes little small girls, when you are at home, young girls, especially, you don't make decisions, then you wait your mother until your mother makes decisions on behalf of you, right? And you don't have confidence to take a decision, right? But when you start employed, when you start working in a work environment, you eventually develop your self-confidence. Then you are, able to live as a professional in the society. Then self-satisfaction. You will get self-satisfaction. For example, for me, I'm working towards empowering and persons with disabilities on various skills and placing them in employment and livelihood activities. So at the end of the day, the self-satisfaction I have is I am contributing to empower persons with disabilities. So in the same way, you should have self-satisfaction. Recognition in the society. When you reach the top levels, when you are employed, you will, will be well recognized in the society, right? And now this is very important to be recognized. But sometimes it is easy to get things done when you are employed. You can use your, occupation, maybe your designation, maybe your company. If you go to some place and get a thing done, you can always say, I'm so and so from such and such a place, from this organization. I'm here to get this task done. Can you please do it? And then you have sometimes there's a lot of prestige to the company, or sometimes even to your name as well. Through the years, you have to build that recognition. And then when you are empowered, you will be included in the decision-making process, starting from family level, organizational level, national level, and international level. Because when you are not employed and just staying at home, especially women will not be included in the decision-making process, because it's a mindset of the society. But when you're employed and you're financially stable and professionally stable, then eventually you will be included in the decision-making process. Then when you are employed, you get to associate with other people in the society. You can meet a lot of other people from hierarchy, famous people, people who are highly qualified. You can meet a lot of people, well-known people, celebrities, when you are working. Then you will have other welfare benefits as well, because companies provide a lot of other welfare benefits. And through your friend circles and networking, you will also get other benefits. And those are the things, importance of doing a job and how to look for employment. If you want any details, or if you want to contact me, these are my contact details. You can contact me anytime. And so be independent, be professionally stable, be financially stable, which is very important for all of you, and show your Fem power. Because this Fem Train program, they are empowering all females, young girls, with disabilities and without disabilities both. So show your power, which is very important, so that you will not be left behind. Thank you very much. Please subscribe and join hands with us to shine in the dark.